let's try starting.
Yeah, we're doing this. Okay.
Your friend does not own the full version of the game. Okay.
Did you guys prepare for this at all?
I read the thing. And it was like, all you got to do, you've got a free friend pass. Apparently, they may have expired this game because it came out already. And now the friend pass only works for the newest game, which is unfortunate. There was nowhere online that said this. It was just like, their official website was just like, just have them download the demo version of it. So, it says, 1 free Friends Pass for all owners of Man of Medan, Little Hope, and House of Ashes. Step 1, get your friend to download the free trial version of the selected game from your desired platform. Step 2, make sure you have the latest version of the game installed. Step 3, follow the instructions on screen. Which, the instructions on screen were shared movie night, invite your friend. They don't own the game. Cool. What
are you talking about? We own the game. We've owned the game the whole time.
I'm annoyed with you.
She is lying to you, but I did just buy the full game.
Okay.
So
we will eventually be finishing this then, because now we have skin in the game. Ashley Tisdale is the one for the next game, though. Is she B-list?
Yes, she's B-list.
Oh, you gonna save me?
I'm gonna save the person that's not.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Jeez.
Anthony, help! What should I do?
I don't know that I could have saved Megan. I feel like that. She was in a burning building. I couldn't have gotten in.
Get to the drain pipe and climb down!
Well, I feel like she was going to haunt us regardless. She set the house on fire and locked the door. Oh, jeez.
Oh no!
Well, I guess that's one character we've managed to kill in. Holy shit.
Oh, Dennis!
Dennis is about to die too. I guarantee he's good. Oh, jeez!
Oh! Who's that?
I'm pretty sure Anthony's gonna survive. All this trauma.
What have you done? Mom, stop!
Oh, no one lives. Wow.
For frickin' Megan.
No, she got set on fire and died, remember?
She's a demon.
Oh. Is she actually a demon?
I don't know.
No, the Slender Man told her to. Yeah, this is such a good song.
No, I don't. I feel like he's trying to misfrizzle this, like he's trying to make it a whole learning
What's the plan
thing.
now?
Head into
This is the
town, see
worst
if we can
Magic
get
School
help.
Bus episode
You know
ever.
where town is?
Sure, we're near Little Hope.
Sounds like a fun place.
Funnily enough, Little Hope does have an interesting and dark history.
Why does he know this?
Can we get going without having a smart-ass lecture first?
Jeez.
I'm starting not to like you or your attitude.
Wow.
I'm not
my
even started
gosh.
yet. You want a little more?
You guys gonna pick?
You are real hard work, you know that? Too high maintenance to be your squeeze, Daniel.
Oh, she does like
What?
Daniel.
She does. I knew it.
Kidding. He's not my boyfriend.
Well, you have
What
to
have you
figure
been
out.
telling her?
No, Bo, it does not seem like the time to define it. Oh no, that's bad. It does not seem like the time to define the relationship
We need
at
to make
all.
sure we're all on the same page before we die. So, real quick,
Yeah, it's
Talk
like
the truth. Everybody tell me how you feel about me.
Daniel's over here like, we're gonna die, but I want to at least die as your boyfriend.
Oh my gosh.
That he didn't actually say that, but that's
Very
what
much the vibe.
he's given the vibe of.
What the hell is this thing?
Looks like some kind of effigy. A warning, perhaps.
So they
Or
Comes out of
some
the
other
woods and
spiritual
kills them
significance.
both.
Whatever it is, it gives me the creeps.
I don't know.
Of a risky trail.
Kind of curious about it.
I'm gonna be
Come on.
dismissive. That's
I've
Say
heard more
something
than enough,
snarky.
thank you.
Who was that person in the background just now?
in like the red leather
Yeah.
jacket. I don't know. I've heard enough. Let's
I'm
move
sorry.
on.
I didn't scare you, did I?
Don't be morbid.
I don't know which is scarier. Whatever this is, or your morbid interest in it.
You liked that?
A lot of people still really believe in this kind
You
of stuff.
liked that?
After tonight, I thought you might be joining them.
Andrew's a weird one.
He is.
Let's catch up with the rest. I don't want to spend any more time with this disgusting thing.
You can just say you don't want to be around me anymore, Angela. That's fine. That was my goal.
Can you two make an effort to keep up?
Fuck off, John.
Who's there?
Whoever you are, this isn't funny at all. John, where are you? Daniel? Taylor?
Ready?
Come on, John, where are you? This isn't funny.
Well,
I'm out.
anyway.
Fuck you and your stupid child. Angela, come over here. I need your help. No. Damn you and your young legs.
Hey,
Oh,
wait
good.
for
Her to
us.
walk quicker.
Pocket full of posies.
Gotta love that.
What is that?
Hey, do you want to stand in this clearly? Maybe this circle is protective.
Well, let's test
Hey.
the theory.
Oh.
Come and check this out.
Dibs on the circle.
No.
Yeah,
What
you
on
get in
earth
that
is
circle.
that?
It's fun.
It's a stone circle, Angela. Use your eyes.
Not a clue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
it.
touch the doll. I'm gonna touch it. Oh, it's a voodoo doll.
Oh.
Ooh, that seems bad.
Oh no, we're back in.
Oh, you're back in.
Oh, hey, it's the creepy girl. Oh, she's a little
What
Puritan
is your
lady.
name, sir?
Or she's a witch.
Andrew?
Nothing if not polite.
Andrew? And your name, lady?
The worst part is I saw happening.
Angela.
I'm setting it out of you.
I am called Mary. I
Mary.
fashioned her with my own hand. She looks just like the one beside you. Would you
Fucking
kindly
circle.
come play with me?
No.
Well,
Come
I'm
play.
gonna because I feel like she's gonna kill the person who's not playing.
Come play with
Oh
me.
no.
Trickery is this now, Mary?
I have done nothing.
Hold your tongue. I see what you truly are, Mary.
Uh-oh.
Reverend Carver's affection for you will be shaken loose when he learns of your infidelity with the devil.
I'm sorry, what?
Troubled by the word affection.
Amy, come back here.
There's someone else out here, by the fire.
What? I don't see any fire.
Uh-oh. Well, that was...
I saw them too.
Are you okay?
Apparently, and just scream Megan in panic.
This place is all wrong.
Whatever happened here, it's over now.
No.
Uh-oh.
What's that? What's in the water?
I mean, assumedly the ghost or the... something of Angela, right? Oh, hey, you guys are still here.
Oh boy.
Damn, we're in a tight spot.
All right, I'll go first.
Oh, so brave.
Okay, you two, get on down here.
He's still trying to be in this visual.
What the hell is that?
What is that thing?
Get away from it!
Run! Get the hell out of there!
Look out! Shit!
Don't leave me behind!
Hey! Give me a hand here! Hold on, hold on.
Oh, it is gonna give you the choice.
I'm coming back for you, John. Hold on. Reach up and grab my hand. Jump up and grab onto me.
Okay, I trust you.
You're stressing me out. You're stressing me out.
Alright, we have avoided that premonition. How'd he get it?
I'm worried about my old lady. She's on the cliff. Wouldn't have made it up without your help.
So, we've played like half of this, or maybe a little bit more than half of this, and we've played all of Man of Medan.
I'm more invested in this story than I was with Man of Medan.
Yeah, I do feel like this one is a more interesting story than Man of Medan was. Not that Man of Medan was horrible.
In Man of Medan, but I didn't care about the plot.
That's fair.
It's a lot more straightforward.
The characters are growing on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually feel like I'll care if most of these people die versus
John can get murdered immediately, and I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. So I think this game was developed by like just a few dudes or a few people.
Yeah, I think like one guy is being credited with it, and I don't know if he had a team or what, but
yeah, I've got the Wikipedia page up, and it looks like it's Andrew Sholdis, who is like developer, designer, programmer. He's got some other people listed like with the artists, and he's got some people that look like they did the music. But it seems like he was pretty much the guy who did a lot of that. So it's kind of cool to see like a game that pretty much just one dude did, getting all of this sort of hype and attention, and getting the kind of reviews that it's getting.
We're just right into it. Cool.
Yeah. I don't mess around. It kind of has the art style, it looks like, of that, what's that Legend of Zelda reboot or remake that just happened?
Link's Awakening.
That long ago. Yeah, that one.
It's a similar style of game for sure, but I think I think the character model looks a lot like that Link's Awakening kind of toy. Kind of got that shine to it. The world in Link's Awakening, I feel like, was a little less simple, if that makes sense. Like it had a little bit more detail to it. I feel like the game wants me to go in here. I don't know if I should yet. Too much Elden Ring.
Right.
Well,
there's so much of just like, why would I do this thing that it's clearly wanting me to do?
Exactly. If that's the main path, then I'll skip it and come back. Maybe I'll come back to that after I have something. Look, a mailbox. Just a regular old mailbox.
And what looks like a dungeon.
Not sure what your delay is, but this is not a very helpful hint.
Yeah, I'm looking at the hint now, and are you supposed to learn the language of Tunic as you play? Because I don't understand that. I am interested to see how this Pokemon game that comes out is going to be.
Yeah, you're kind of sort of a Pokemon fan, right?
Yeah, like I'm interested in them. I'm mostly interested in, like, you know, for the longest time the Pokemon games that were coming out were like, well, this is just what we have. And now I'm interested to see if that narrative shifts any because Legends came out, you know, like people have experienced sort of an evolution in Pokemon. And so it's like, do you want that older version still, or do you want everything to be more similar to like Legends? So be interested to see how it goes. Since we've streamed last, The Witcher 4 has officially been announced. What are your thoughts, Witcher superfan Andrew?
Let me look into my camera here and push up my glasses. Well, actually, they've come out and flat out said this is not The Witcher 4.
Yeah.
It's another...
Geralt's story is over.
Yeah, it's a Witcher game. It's in the universe. It's another Witcher project, which, duh, because Cyberpunk... We could talk all night about Cyberpunk and how frustrating it is to listen to people talk about that game. But
yes,
Cyberpunk, while it irritated a lot of people and pissed them off, and yeah, definitely lost CDPR some goodwill. People are like, well, obviously they had to go back to The Witcher because Cyberpunk was such a flop. It's like, that game was not a flop. That game made them so much money. They, like, wasn't it, how much did it sell like out of the gate? It was ridiculous numbers. And
yeah,
people just, they're like, oh, well, Cyberpunk was broken, and IGN wrote lots of bad articles about it, so it was a flop. And it's like, no, it was a PR disaster, and it made them look like they didn't care about their fan base, but it sold extremely well. So they're not just jumping back to The Witcher because they have to. They have always talked about how Geralt's story is done, but they're not done in that universe. People are speculating right now that it could be Ciri that you play as, which I think would be pretty cool. I also think it would be cool to just play as some other Witcher in the universe.
Yeah.
The medallion that they released with the tease is not the wolf medallion. Kind of looks like the cat, maybe. But we're not, like, not sure. It really is, like, just kind of too early to tell, obviously. And they've come out and been like, yeah, this is...
It's a ways away.
A long ways off.
So what would you... Like, what is your dream for Witcher 4? Like, if you could make The Witcher 4, you don't have to come up with the entire thing, but what would you do with it? Would you, like, story-wise, or just, like, mechanics and stuff that you want to add in? What would you do?
Oh, man. That is quite a question.
Like, I personally would like potentially to add it, or I think it would be cool if they added in a little bit more of the, like, research the monster, figure out its weaknesses, like, made that a little bit more consequential. Where you had to, like, prep your potions and prep your bombs and prep your oils and stuff, because I thought that part of the game was super cool. I enjoyed that part of the game, but also, like, you could definitely just sort of brute force your way through it a majority of the time. Like, you didn't really need to pay attention to it, and I think it'd be kind of cool if they did make it a little bit more consequential, I guess, you know.
Yeah, I like that. Obviously I'd love to see stuff like that be tweaked, just like make the Witcher stuff more important, or more, like, fleshed out, like you're talking about. Like, nobody ever used alchemy.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously I'd love to see just like gameplay improvements and stuff like that, but if we're talking about like what do I want from the game, if it focuses on Ciri, what is this? That would be cool. Like that's definitely a cool option. Oh, I guess that's a bomb. And I would be down for that. I'd be down for a Ciri as a Witcher game. But
yeah,
I think what I would want them to do is either A, do a completely different school and do a completely different Witcher back when the Witchers were a prominent force. Or I would want them to do book adaptations.
Yeah.
I would want them to do the stuff that happened before the games, because there's some really cool stuff in the books that the show is just gonna just completely mess up.
Yeah.
And so it'd be cool to see the games tackle it. And you could play as Ciri, like a young kind of teenage Ciri. That'd be kind of cool. Or I mean, they've said Geralt's story is over, but like you could play as Geralt on his. You could play as Geralt like before even any of the like Ciri, Destiny, Child Surprise stuff happens, and just play him as a Witcher and like how he met Mother Neneka, and like I'm so dead, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and like his story is over, and that technically would still be true because like it still has ended, you know?
Right.
But that doesn't mean that you can't go back and look at some of the new stuff or the prequel stuff, you know, to the game. So
yeah, and I don't know if they would do that, like just straight up go into the books. I think it could be cool. But if they're not going to go back in the past with Geralt and Ciri, then I think I would like to just play as a completely different Witcher.
Yeah, just start fresh from Geralt and Ciri. It's kind of like, now granted it's not the best example because Mass Effect Andromeda was not that great compared to the original Mass Effect trilogy, but I thought they did a good job there of like, okay, you played through the Mass Effect trilogy as these characters, and they did Andromeda, and Andromeda was like, okay, none of the like this is a whole fresh crew, nobody from the Mass Effect trilogy, like the original trilogy, is in this game. Bo Black says Eastern schools. He wants to see the Eastern schools in the game. What do you think of Tunic? You played it for about an hour and 20 minutes.
Boom arm a little bit here. Yeah, so Tunic is a game that I appreciate a lot. Visually, aesthetically, and like it looks super cute. It plays really well for the type of game it is. I just don't think it's my type of game. Like Link's Awakening was a game that I really, really wanted to get to the end of because I heard it had kind of a really weird story as far as Zelda games go, and I love Zelda, so I was like, oh, that sounds like something I want to see. Never actually beat it. Probably got about 3/4 of the way through. And if the Zelda allure couldn't pull me through, I don't think that this will. So I liked it well enough for what it was, but I don't think it's my type of game. I have so many games that I would rather play that it's like, yeah, I tried it. It seemed cool. You know, people were talking about how cool it was and how good it is, and it's on Game Pass, so why not try it? But at the end of the day, just not an Andrew game. But I do appreciate it. I like it. And I think that if you are kind of into that kind of old school Zelda top down, very simple and limited controls and movement and whatnot, then definitely give it a shot, especially if you have Game Pass. You got nothing to lose, but don't expect it to be on my Game of the Year list at the end of the year. These are just like good reminders that, you know, video games are tough to make.
It's true.
Not all of them can be FromSoft games. But yeah, I played SSX. I was super hyped for it actually. SSX that came out on like the 360.
Mm-hmm.
And it was cool, but it was no Tricky. Like Tricky is still the GOAT.
Yeah. It is surprising sometimes how like when you think about skateboarding games, like it's still like Tony Hawk 2 and 3 that are like held up as like the best skateboarding games. When you think about the snowboarding games, it's like I don't know if there are other snowboarding games that people like more, but the ones I always think of are SSX Tricky.
Mm-hmm.
Even like racing games like Need for Speed and Burnout and stuff, I always think about the like Burnout 3 and like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, but the one that was on, I think they've re-released or released another game with the exact same title, but the one that was back in like Xbox, PlayStation 2, GameCube era, you know.
Yes,
and so it's surprising to me
that
like we haven't really done better than those in a lot of genres here.
Like we've done better technically, but just the games have not been as fun. Just play Tricky on an emulator for the rest of the night.
Right.
Yeah, no worries.
I was like, well, we shouldn't do Elden Ring because I'll just rage, but I'm about to rage now.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Why can't every game be as intuitive as Tony Hawk Pro Skater? That's what I'm saying, man.
I have
like,
Pro Skater. I own it too. I just don't have it downloaded. Pro Skater 1 and 2, but it's like, yeah. I've at least discovered 2 games tonight that will be uninstalled.
Yeah, what? But like that's what I'm saying though. It's just kind of like,
what the hell is going on?
They're way cheaper than
why did we?
But whoa, is it hard to get boots in his size?
Yeah, these boots do feel a little big,
what?
Dad.
Oh my tiny son. Nope. I love you, tiny son.
Yeah, no, that's not
interesting.
What? They're just like, okay. It's a video game, so we're gonna try to break the fourth wall in a video game way? I don't know.
Huh.
What just happened?
I feel like we all had like a shared hallucination just now.
Well, alright.
But again, like, we figured out how to do Tony Hawk with like the first Tony Hawk game. Why don't we just do that? Like, again, constantly. Just make improvements. Stop trying to change everything and make it more simmy. Oof. Right into that cliff there.
Oof me. Oops. You can hold B whenever you're just going, apparently. The fact that the game like stutters going down a hill is not ideal either.
Gotta render all that sweet powder.
I mean, like, it's a cool idea, and I really wish that they could have like executed it a little bit
that you were having fun with it.
Yeah. Whenever you see that, that is pretty awesome. I just like face planted for no good reason. But yes, this is the terrible, horrible. I mean, the console looks bad.
Yeah,
with Sonic.
I'm not a huge fan of the console.
Sonic, I don't know if you can see my cursor on the stream, but like Sonic and Knuckles here, and then like the golden ring around like the already dumb looking air like port,
fan.
Yeah, that they made look like a speaker. Like all of that looks kind of dumb, but nothing compared to these controllers. Yes, Bo,
right?
The furry remotes. Why? Like,
and like, is that a cover that you can take off and have at least like at the end of the day a cool red and a cool blue controller?
No,
or
dude,
is it always on there?
Look at the controller up, like the back looks like just plastic. If you look back here at the like, it looks like the back is just the back of the controller. It's like just the top is fuzzy. Those controllers will smell in 30 years in some dude's basement. Why would you say that?
Right. Well, and just like
it's like holding one of those really weird toilet seat covers that are like, you know, like why would you?
Yeah.
Like every time I see those toilet seat covers, I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want to sit on something fuzzy like that.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah,
No.
it's an interesting choice.
Yeah. So I just saw those and I was like, I'm gonna save this to bring up on the stream at some point because I don't understand, and I need, if you haven't seen this, I need people to see this because I don't get it. So we're gonna head out and we're gonna leave you guys with a reminder to stay friendly, gamers.